Hello students, welcome to online English learning classes with Manju Sharma. Today our topic is punctuation marks. In our last video I told you about the use of full stop, capital letter, apostrophe. Now in this video we will learn how to use comma, colon, semicolon, inverted commas, dash and hyphen. Dear students, you must have noticed that while speaking we take short pauses for breathing. In the same way, we take short pauses in our writing as well. And these short pauses are indicated by the use of comma. But what are the rules to use a comma? Number 1. To separate words, phrases and clauses given in a sentence. For example, health is after all of prime concern. Here after all is a phrase and you are separating it from other part of the sentence while using a comma in between. Next rule is to set off a noun of address. Suppose if some noun or a person is being addressed in a sentence, how will you separate it from the other part of the sentence? You will use a comma after the person being addressed and then write the sentence. Example given here is Purvi, come here. So here Purvi is being addressed and after that an imperative sentence has been given here. Next rule is to separate each pair of words of the same class or kind. Suppose some pairs are given here but you need to separate them. So how will you separate them, distinguish them from other part of the sentence? So you will just set them apart by using a comma in between each pair. For example, rich and poor, young and old, men and women took part in the celebration. So each pair has been separated while using a comma in between. Next rule is to separate parts of date from the other words following the date. If you are having a date in a sentence, so how will you separate it? You will separate it by using a comma in between. And in this way you can write your date as well. On 20th March 2019, we left for Mumbai. So here you will notice that I am taking a short pause while speaking about the date and other part of the sentence of comma. Sometimes a series of words is given in a sentence and you need to mention things in a series. In that case, what do? You use a comma here. For example, we bought some pencils, pens, eraser and books. Before writing the last word, you use and. Next is whenever you have to mention a question tag, you want to confirm your question or you want to confirm the things, you use a comma before that. For example, you didn't inform him, did you? So here you are confirming and tone is changed here. Before writing this, you will use a comma. To show a brief pause that is needed to give clarity to our writing. It is, as far as I have understood, a novel plan. So here you will understand that I am taking two pauses here. It is, as far as I have understood, a novel plan. So here, to make it more clear, you are using two commas. To separate expressions like yes, no, oh, well from the rest of the sentence. For example, well, I think it's a good idea. Yes, we have enough time. So these words are set apart while using a comma. To separate parts of an address, when you are writing somebody's address or your own address, what do? Numeral part you just set separate while using a comma and then writing the place name. So in this way you can write your address while using a comma. Sometimes direct wordings are given here. That time what do? You use a comma before writing the direct wording of the speaker. She said, I want to go home. So here you have used a comma here to separate the verb from the other part of the speech. Next, I will tell you the use of quotation marks. Quotation marks or inverted commas are used to mark the exact words of the speaker. The lady said, I am tired. These are the exact words. I word is used for the speaker. Inverted comma are also used when we are mentioning the name of any book or chapter, when we need to highlight something. I read Alice in Wonderland as a child. Now let's discuss about the use of semicolon. Where the semicolon is used. A semicolon is used to indicate a longer pause than a comma. You must have remembered that comma is used for short pauses, but semicolon is used for longer pauses. So first rule that we should keep in mind while using a semicolon is that whenever we are just introducing list of two things, then we will just set them apart while using a semicolon. One example is given here. She bought vegetables such as potatoes, onions and cabbage. So here one list is of vegetables. Semicolon is used here. Fruits such as bananas, grapes and some household items. So second list is of fruits. So here vegetables and fruit list have been separated while using a semicolon in between. Next rule is whenever we are having two or more than two coordinate clauses and we are not using and conjunction in between, so how will you join them? We will join them while using a semicolon. Earlier I told you how to join coordinate clauses while using semicolon, but condition is that no conjunction should be used. Here in the same way we will learn how to join independent clauses while using semicolon. Reena is bringing the map and the globe. Rashi is getting the atlas and the compass. Both these are independent clauses. They are not depend upon other part of the sentence on each other. So here we are joining them while using a semicolon instead of joining them while using a conjunction. Next rule is whenever we are having words like moreover, however, then, nevertheless, hence, therefore, consequently, and obviously, we are not using any conjunction. That time we use a semicolon before these words, not after these words, before these words. For example, she has fractured her leg, hence she cannot go on the trip. Now let's learn how colon is different from semicolon and where do we use colon. A colon is used to introduce a list. Whenever we are giving the list of something or list of events, we use a colon before that. For example, before I went for a picnic, I packed the following. So here I am going to give a list. So before giving a list, I am using a colon. A packet of biscuits, a can of juice, a bar of chocolate and a garden umbrella. Next uses whenever we are writing a quotation of a famous personality or we are writing somebody's dialogue or speech in a drama. So in that case, we will use a colon. For example, John wrote, I wish you a Merry Christmas, all affection and best to you and yours. So here these are the speech words. It may be used to state an explanation, a statement or proposition or planning. The plan to boost sale was this. Approach the customers directly, advertise in the newspaper, put the banners on the street posts. So here we are giving explanation of the things. So here we will use a colon. Now we will learn about hyphen and dash and we will compare both of them so that you can easily understand both of these. First I will take hyphen. It is half the length of a dash. It is shorter one as you can see in the picture also. Dash is used to mark the break in a sentence. Please call my supervisor Zone Vic on Friday. So here we will use dash. Second is hyphen is used for compound words door to door, sister-in-law. So here hyphen is used. Next is dash. It is used to mark the word in opposition. Opposition means relation. Delhi, the capital of India. So further you are going to explain Delhi, the capital of India, and further, suppose I asked you, I will give you one more example also here. Suppose somebody asked you to define reciprocal pronoun. So here you are giving the definition of reciprocal pronoun. So you will, how will you write this? Reciprocal, then you will use a dash, and then further you will describe reciprocal pronoun. So in this way you can use dash for defining something or telling the relation of the things to other things. So here I think you understood all these concepts very clearly. Thank you.